So I guess as the last year's vice chair, I'll call the January 2026 meeting of the planning commission to order. Time is 5:23.
We've got to do a swearing in here.
Yep.
So, Mike Swartout was reappointed for a term ending December 31st, 2032. Amy Bugs was appointed for a term ending December 31st, 2031. So congratulations. I'll both can
It's a long time from now.
Yes.
Just saying.
Why?
most simply repeat after me. I, stating your name,
I, Amy Bugs,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear,
I will support the Constitution of the United States,
I will support the Constitution of the United States
Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York.
that I will faithfully discharge the duties of planning commissioner according to the best of my ability.
I will faithfully discharge my duties of planning commissioner to the
Best,
best of my ability.
well done.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Yeah, well, congratulations and welcome.
Thank you. Good to meet you. Thank you.
Yes.
It's my turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to do elections, you. Okay, what we could set that towards the end of the too.
Yeah, well, just, I don't know, since someone has to run the meeting,
Yeah.
maybe we should do that now.
Okay.
We can do. That's true, that's true. Yeah, we can just go, we'll move that to the end of the meeting. That makes more sense. Okay. The first item on the agenda is a minor site plan review at 105 Main Street. That doesn't need
That just requires your signature.
Yep.
It was.
Right.
It was signage approved by the historic
It's
commission.
approved by historic commission. Okay. So that has been dispatched. And agenda item number 2 is 117-119 Clinton Ave site plan review. Is there anyone here to speak about the 117-119 Clinton Ave?
That's me, Williams Diaz. I run Wilcare Automotive. I have for 45 years. I've had that building for 45 years. Parking, I don't understand what I'm really doing here, but I guess if I need 16 spots or whatever, I got a map here showing where I can park cars on my property. I've tried to take care of everybody. I don't ever had any complaints. I don't know what all this is really about.
So Roy, is there an issue with the parking as it's set up right now? Is that like a whole?
Yes, there was an issue. We received numerous complaints.
No, that was when the property is on 119.
And
Yeah,
then several
117.
vehicles parked at 119.
Yes. At the time you sent a letter.
Yes, so
This is the-
that's been rectified.
This is my shop at 150, at 117.
You can't move vehicles from 117 and park them on 119, or from 119 and park them on 117.
Correct.
You can't do that.
Correct. We're not doing that.
And also, but you don't have a parking plan for that either.
Parking
So
plan.
I'm gonna tell you the history behind this. all the garages and everything in those zones that aren't even supposed to be there. Yes, you're pre-existing non-conforming, but that still does not excuse you from a parking plan or defined parking plan. You just can't park wherever you want to, blocking sidewalks. And just making a general, area not looking good. And then again, it's not targeted against you. I went through, we did 2 last month on Pomeroy. I've got one I'm working on, not Pomeroy, Port Watson. I've got one I'm working on. Pomeroy, I've got yours. I got one on North Main. We just cleared up. And these are parcels, Mr. Stas, that not only are they're pre-existing non-conforming, but they're so far out of the norm for the particular neighborhood they're in. We have to absolutely clean them up, especially on an entry court. Not telling you you're gonna close your business down, we just have to clean them up and make them look more presentable. And then, so getting that parking plan and not exceeding the number of vehicles that the ZBA and this board say you can have on the property will go a long way into making it look more presentable, even if it's just. Let's face it, right? Yes, it's pre-existing non-conforming, but it's a Quonset hut in a residential neighborhood.
Been there for,
And I understand that. That's why it's pre-existing non-conforming. I don't deny where you're coming from. But it's so far out of the norm from a residential neighborhood that we have to clean up what we can. And we're just looking at a vehicle or two parking, that's it. I know it sounds crazy, but that's all there's no changes you're gonna have to make based on what the ZBA said. Not knowing what these people are gonna say.
well, I've tried to conform with everybody. When the neighbors are in a problem, I always move the cars. I've always kept them off the sidewalks. I don't have any junk cars around here. If you look on the weekends, most of them are always gone. I have a big business. I run a lot of cars through there. They're in and out. They aren't hanging around. They're not wrecks. I don't do damage, cars that don't roll. Car might sit there a day or two for parts, but basically it's in and out.
And he's true, but I believe their proposed, you proposed 15 out exterior?
Since 14.
14.
I think they just limited, the only limit the ZBA made was so they're not blocking that walk on the other side of the hub.
Yeah, I mean,
On the other side of the hut, you mean?
Yeah, on the Hubbard Street side. So parking doesn't block anything on Clinton usually because they're up against the
The
building,
building, yeah.
but the only place where they block the sidewalk quite frequently is on the Hubbard Street side. And I know it's paved, doesn't look like it's walk, but even though it's paved, it's still part of that walk area, and that cannot be blocked.
So I didn't see, is that part of his property?
Yes.
when I looked on Google, there were actually a couple cars in your lot that were for sale. Is that typical?
Once in a while, yeah. I buy customer cars sometimes when they need more repair than they're worth, and I buy them and then fix them and sell them.
Right.
Keep everybody working,
Yeah, the last thing I want to do is impact your business, but I kind of do agree with what Roy's pointing out. I mean, you look at the corridor coming through there, all the money that was spent to try to get that corridor looking like something, and your place of business does stick out.
And by no means are there-
Not trying to knock
I
you.
just
I
wanna
have a
add,
lot of
man.
classic cars, they do a lot of that Corvettes and stuff, and I have people stopping all the time. Which, helps the area, basically.
By no means
Yeah.
is his business. I mean, there's houses on that street that look worse than his business does. So I'm not.
It's just
I'm
the
not-
cars in that proximity to the road that really stand out,
Those were and at the time when this was written up, you see, he doesn't have a parking plan. So it says any property in the city has to have a parking plan that's approved by you guys. So that's why he's here.
So the plan is proposed today in front of us.
Yes, and the only thing, so the ZBA did give a bunch of area variances.
Yeah.
And the only suggestion was he doesn't block the sidewalk on Hubbard Street, which you can see, any picture there, it shows you clearly has some vehicles there. Not all the time, it's just.
So are then we just making a vote here to approve his parking plan? I mean, this is a very good businessman
Yeah.
he's been all upstanding member of the community. So are we just looking to say,
Approve the presented parking
approve the
plan?
presented parking plan without, keeping that walkway clear? Is that what we're looking?
Yeah, they took one vehicle away, I think it was parking plan,
Mhm.
cause he was still parked in front of the garage bay, but instead of being.
Perpendicular?
Yeah, they gotta be flat against the hill, and I think we figured that that would take one vehicle out of this proposed plan, doing it, yes.
So the way I was looking at all the material, though, that he's required to have 5 spots per, or 3 spots per. Right,
Bay,
is that right?
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
5 bays, yeah,
and that's like a minimum
Right.
requirement.
right.
And then so the max would be 200%.
There,
So he's well under the max.
okay, you can fit 30 cars on there, you try.
He
Let's just
doesn't
stack
meet the
it.
requirement, he doesn't have enough parking to meet what he's supposed to have, based on the business that he's conducting.
Well, there's enough there based on his parking plan.
There's,
Usually,
nah,
there's 5 spots and 3
he's supposed
spots,
to have 3 spots per lift,
maybe, okay, I see what you're
so
saying,
he's supposed to have 15 spots at.
which he applied for,
Correct, but he can't fit them, so he's down to 14.
maybe it was 16 without
No.
looking. Was it 15 applied for?
15 is the minimum. What he's required for a business that he needs. And I get it, I mean, it's.
But you
it's-
are, the code says you are allowed to
We can,
vary that,
yeah,
you're allowed to determine this part.
I understand, but that's a protection to go against the max, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not gonna change his location of business, it's been
No.
ever, so.
I mean, if he can fit another car in there somewhere where he's not blocking the sidewalk, But, oh no, but those 15 spots also include the 5 on the inside. If you look at the way it's written. Okay, so you only need 10 on the outside. To make the 15.
Okay, thank you.
So even with 14 on the outside, you'd still be over the 15.
so
No. Think so.
what do we need to do today to get this
The
fixed?
parking plan needs to be approved.
Approval of parking plan.
So you need a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the parking plan.
And just, again, I want to stress that the other thing the ZBA said was. Not to block that sidewalk. I mean, temporarily, I guess is okay, but you
I was
can't
just gonna
do.
say, the only way it would be blocked is if you're waiting for a car to be pulled into the bay, right?
Right,
I mean,
right, exactly.
having been there.
Yeah.
It's- That's the only way I could see it happening, but. I second your motion.
Thanks. So now, let's do what discussion.
Are we motioning it, on the full site plan or just the parking plan, or is the parking plan
The parking plan. I-
is the
is
site
the
plan?
Parking
It's
plan.
the site plan, so with the site plan, but are we putting in with the ZBA's recommendation about that?
Yes,
long-
so
long-
there's a motion and a second to approve the site plan as presented. The caveat that it follows the ZBA's recommendation of not blocking the sidewalks. Is there any further discussion at this time? Is there any further discussion on the floor?
Anything else?
Was there something else?
You're trying to, so you're gonna take some out, is that what you're trying to do?
No,
Mm-mm.
No,
Okay, yeah. Alright,
So with that, can we have a vote? Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay.
nay,
Three, sorry, 4 ayes now and 1 nay. The ayes carry it.
okay,
great, thanks.
thank you. Here's a question. He's getting all the meetings close. Is the next person back on again? To be able.
I don't think so.
That's what I thought.
Depends on if it's a new business.
That's what.
So I don't know, that would be a good question.
All right, the next Sorry.
Boy, I'm curious, I mean, I did before we move on, if we could, so. You know, I mean, Will's getting over that, you know, well, we can be guys. So when he leaves, was it, if he just say it's not for business or something, that's this,
The use is, the use is grandfathered unless the building's vacant for more than 6 months.
that's what I'm wondering, so if he does sell it, the use still gets carried.
Unless they change the zoning. Something different.
Still, that previous to that.
Oh.
But the vacant's, the building's vacant for more than 6 months, then it uses the building again.
Right, but I mean, I'm just saying, there's continuity.
There's kind. But I still. There are certain cases in every zoning district where you can have something as close like a 3-family in an R2. They're still residential. This is so far out of the neighborhood use and look. That you've got to really. And
And he's doing what he can to
Yeah,
make
yeah.
it work, you know?
And I'm not trying to hurt business, but I'm also saying. When this was done, there was vehicles parked on 17, they're all over the lot, they're all over the front lawn of 17. Since then, he's reeled it in and that was the intention, so.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like that backing up there next to the street. He needs that as much as he get that.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah.
But with the parking plan now, he's got a set arrangement. of vehicles he has to do.
Donates a lot.
And if he deviates from that, I can write front yard parking. So.
All right, agenda item number 3, 70 Pomeroy Street, 98 East Court Street, lot line adjustment. I believe we heard part of this last month,
Yes.
Miss Tagliente,
Mm-hmm.
welcome back.
Hi. I'm asking again to move the property lines. The house is off the market. I don't have any proof on me other than getting a message from the realtor that it's off the market, and I did look on the computer. I've got nothing in writing anymore on it, other than it's off the market, the house. And I
Okay.
want to change the property line.
So there's no longer an issue about sale.
No,
All right.
I think Randall would probably say that you need proof that the purchase agreements were taken off the table.
Yeah, I'm with Roy there. Not to rehash this completely, but because Ms. Bugs was not on the board
I'm not.
last month, would you mind
It
just,
wasn't that.
and you weren't at that, yes, and Brendan wasn't at the
Appreciate
meeting.
it. Say, yeah.
Would you mind just giving a quick outline of the situation?
My name is Carolyn Tagliente. Along with my husband, we own 98 East Court Street and 70 Pomeroy. 70 Pomeroy is at the corner of Pomeroy and East Court. And then 98 East Court Street is right next door to our house. My husband over the years, many years ago, made changes to the driveway at the house that we live at. And I wanted to put the house on the market because my husband's ill and it's hard for me to take care of both properties. The house 98 East Court Street was put on the market premature. The survey should have been done before. It was done right after there was a pending agreement between me and a potential buyer. And I never knew where the property line was on the two properties. We lived at 98 East Court Street for 13 years, and then we've been at 70 Pomeroy for 36 years. For 59 years, I always thought the property line was at the driveway at 98 East Court, and it wasn't. And I had the survey done, and when the guys were doing the survey, they showed me where the property line was where the original property line was. And I told the realtor that I told her I didn't want to sell the house until the property line was changed. It stayed on the market and the realtor told me that we would address it if it became a problem. Because she claimed when it was, sorry. When the agreement was made, she said the buyer she was okay with the original, what I thought was the property line. And then a few weeks before we were supposed to do the closing, she decided that she wanted the original old survey. But anyways, the house is off the market.
I do have a question. It seems like the new proposed property line will go directly through the shed.
No, if I put the house on the market again, I will move the shed.
Okay.
No, I won't.
I don't think, I also
have the
don't think
property
we can
line go
approve a
down.
property line with the shed.
Pardon?
I think you would have to move your shed onto your existing property
Before I do the.
before we can put a property line through that shed,
Okay,
because otherwise, you know, you have no proof that you're gonna move it.
no, I
could be a
will,
problem
but I
later.
I don't wanna.
I don't
do
wanna
anything
move
when-
that runs through a building.
So at 70, you're using two driveways? Cause there, if you're facing your house at 70 Pomeroy, that the driveway to the right, you own that, right? That driveway, yeah. What I'm
Well,
looking at right
basically, we own
here.
both
Is
driveways.
that right?
Right now, I go in one driveway and a lot of times go out the other because it's very difficult to back out on to Pomeroy Street right now.
So what you
With the
want-
red light gone, I don't want it. It's difficult. I have people on the street that park on the street all the time too, which makes my line to see down the street very difficult.
Sure, so you wanna put the property line,
I mean, I
How
don't
many
think we
feet
can
off of
approve
this house?
because of some things that are on the table tonight, right, with the shed there and
Yeah.
not having it legally in paper. But I have a problem approving it, to be honest with you, anyway, just because you're taking away what's kind of compliant with your other property that you're not living in. And shoving the property line right on top of the driveway, not leaving the green space, whereas if you could leave it where it is, and move the shed onto your property. I don't know if that works or not. I haven't been back there to look around, but.
No, there isn't a lot of room. There's not a lot of property for either house.
Right.
And for 36 years, we've rented the house.
Right.
And the last
Do whatever.
renter, it was awful. We lost a lot of money. And a lot of damage to the house.
I know what you're saying, no, about, I agree with the compliance of that house, yeah, I agree.
Right, are there any other non?
But I own both properties.
All those, I figured all those into the area, so they do have variances for all those,
Okay.
for the changes. Like you guys have, we're just.
Yeah.
So there were all those changes with the
Yeah.
land adjustments and everything that were granted.
So the red one is the proposed new property line,
That's right here currently.
the red is the proposed new property line.
So this has gotta be moved over to here.
And I don't know what this dot line is,
That's the existing.
that's the existing property line.
What's the start line?
This dot.
That's the current lot line.
Oh, yeah, then I'm
So the
confused.
dotted line in the middle is what? The proposed?
The red line is the proposed,
Proposed, right, they go
Yeah.
through the
The
shed.
black line is the
Yeah.
current, what is,
and so if you look
There's
at it,
three
from
lines
what
there.
is the dotted line in the center?
the dotted line
That's what I'm
must be
seeing.
the existing.
This-
Right there,
Can't read what that says.
It's the right of way.
Blacktop Drive.
Line.
Oh, I
It
see.
just says Dan and Unitarian and Tate, and then Dan.
It's like the buffer.
Yeah.
You did that down to there.
Within
Then Mike's saying that you don't have it right on the border.
Then they don't have the shed. Yeah, you don't have any vegetative strip in between.
Can the shed be rotated? I don't know.
Rotated to come in from the driveway on
I don't
Pomeroy.
know.
Ah,
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't think they pull into the shed. You don't use the shed for cars, do you? Or do you?
No, I just have my snow blower, lawnmower, that sort of
Yeah,
stuff.
sure.
But my husband put it on the other property.
Sure.
Yeah.
I understand.
Dotted line's utility right away.
okay.
Okay. So there would be, I see what you're saying about the.
Yeah, right, so that should, I mean, that's part of that property. I mean, that's not gonna have a driveway.
Unfortunately,
Who's
yeah,
not gonna have a
I,
Vote
driveway?
on it, then.
Right, right, and we can't vote on it, but I'm just thinking moving ahead as far as timing.
yeah, the problem is
Will
we've
not
already
have
tabled
driveway.
this once, and so our ability. That gives us one more month to, so at the next meeting, we can act on it, or, you know, we'd have to act on it, because we've tabled it. And this will be the second table. So that. Essentially, we need. Written documentation that the house is not on the market. From your realtor or your lawyer. And I believe we also, I would like to see. A plan that shows where you are intending to move the shed, so that we can see that it's not being bisected by your new proposed property line. That makes sense?
No. I mean, if you look at the two properties and where the driveways are, when I move the shed off, I'm taking away from my own driveway. When I
Right.
put it on my property.
She could adjust that
Right,
to go around the shed too, I mean.
right, so what, yes, so
I mean,
either,
if I sell the house, 98, when I ever do,
yeah,
I won't be using that other driveway at all. I will have to go back to
Right.
backing out of my driveway.
right.
Or backing into my driveway and then driving
Right, what
out.
I'm saying is we need to see a drawing that shows. That shed is not on your property. We need to see a site plan, some way of,
Well, I won't move it now.
because of this lot line you don't have to move it now, but you have to show your proposed. How you're going to move it. If we approve your,
I'll
lot line
probably add
adjustment.
another
Does the
one.
lot line have to be straight?
that's another option.
So there's an option.
But
Your
that-
lot line doesn't have to be straight.
It needs to,
So
It
it's like
could
go
go-
down the driveway and go around the building.
Yes,
That's my.
that's an option.
The other option is that you own both properties,
Yes,
That
Sure.
might give you the green strip.
A shared easement.
Well, the movement. of-
that could complicate any future sale, but yes, that's an
that's an
option.
option.
Do you understand our, why we're having this trouble?
no.
Okay,
I mean, I own both properties. It doesn't
I think
affect
the easiest
anybody
way-
else.
I can
Right
do
now,
that.
right.
I can do that, and I do the math to begin with, if she wants to just jot that around the shed,
okay,
I can do that, she doesn't gotta worry about it.
Right.
She can reapply, I mean, if you take, you can't take it
Yeah,
again, you
you
have.
can't do it by next month. You
No,
can
yeah.
apply.
I mean, I don't
It's not
even
gonna
know
cost you any more money.
what will happen if I try to move the shed. I may end up having.
Right,
It may fall apart.
right,
You don't know.
I can fix that,
So what
I can do
we-
drawing any.
right, that's our
We
problem,
can
that's why
make
I'm
the
saying
line
it
instead
doesn't
of
make
being
sense
straight.
to approve it as it's.
Well, I wanted to make it straight for
Does it have
whoever's
a
gonna buy
foundation?
that house, that they have the full shot all the way down.
Is this a foundation or is it just a shed that sits there on the ground?
It looks like a
You
garage
know?
that's built.
Is it on a pad?
Yeah, it's a nice.
Yeah, it's more, I think my husband had a pad put on it, under it. It's not just,
It's not even gonna affect the variances that were granted, if I just change that drawing to jockey it around the shed. I think that's the easiest way,
Yeah,
and she can reapply next month, it's not gonna cost her any more money, we'll use the same applications, so.
okay,
Well,
so then,
we could table it one more month. Yeah.
well, yeah, we can, but I think we're denying this.
Yeah.
This site plan proposal because. It's a straight line, we don't have proof, yada, 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 all the
Yeah.
things we already said.
And then
And
she
then there'll be a new one,
New application, we'll just use
New
the same,
application.
same paperwork,
Right.
and she's gotta come back.
I was just under the assumption if it was approved. And then I was gonna, the guys that surveyed are gonna do a new survey and. In the spring, if I decide to put it on the market, I will move the shed. It's not like I'm gonna give it to the other person
no,
or whatever.
no,
It's just,
what we're trying to make, we're trying to find a way so you don't have to move the shed at all. We're moving the line, because the shed's there, right?
I don't care, but that kind
Well,
of.
it's-
stuff, I don't know.
Messy, yeah.
It's still messy, you know?
It's still messy.
Yeah.
There's no-
But it brings up a point, if, you know, do we approve contingent on any sale or transfer of this property, that the shed needs to be moved?
I don't think we need to get into that, because once the lot line is officially moved,
Yeah, yeah.
it's
To me,
not
it's
our
a-
problem.
To me, it's a swap, and however you wanna look at it, I agree, you own both pieces of property, but if you. Shorten up the piece of property for your rental, the one that you are renting now or trying to sell, you're decreasing the value of that.
Yes.
Obviously, you're increasing the value of yours to gain what you want, how you built it, and set it up for years. To me, it's a wash.
Well, eventually I'll sell both properties. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna live there.
Correct, and I think you'd be in better, just as good a shape or better, cut the property line where it is, move the shed back in. You can-
No, I don't like the fact that,
I'm gonna
I don't know if I'm gonna live there a couple years, but what little grass I have in the middle of those two houses, if I was to sell the house, I'm gonna lose half of that.
Oh.
And it's gonna be like, I'm gonna open up my door to go out. And I could basically shake hands with the person next door.
Right, I completely understand why you're.
And I have a dog that uses that part of the lawn.
Absolutely understand why you're doing it. It's just a shame to go against what we try to do for our properties to have the strip, we're giving that away, right?
Yeah.
We don't think we should, but.
I agree.
No,
I don't know if there's a way with this. So I would accept a motion to deny the site plan as presented with the expectation of a reapplication.
So
Is anybody willing to make that motion?
I did.
Oh, you did, sorry. Very,
Deny the
second,
lot line adjustment.
yes.
second, that's it.
With the expectation that there'll be a reapplication.
Any
Yes.
further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you
So
very
for-
much.
For clear direction for what she needs to do next month, or does she need to come back next month?
It does not necessarily next month, but please,
Yeah,
I think, Roy, it's clear what we need from this and
Yeah, she's gotta give me a letter from her attorney or the attorney, the person that says the sales terminated.
yeah,
The contract terminated.
something to that effect, or the house is off the market.
And then you have, just let me know and I'll redraw the line for you and we're gonna be awesome.
Thank you.
But,
Thank you.
so you haven't got to reapply though, I got your application, just let me know when you wanna redo this, okay?
Okay. I believe that puts us to agenda item number 4, 58 Pendleton Street, site plan review. K and B Plumbing and Heating seek approval of plans to install new windows on the building.
Yeah, so I'm just, they're just changing a couple windows on the exit. They're adding windows to a couple areas where they don't have them right now. Adding some offices on the second, third floors.
Are they
Are they on the east court side or are they on the?
Yeah, no, they're, oh, where the windows are, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, I only see two windows
Here,
on the east court side.
here's a.
Well, one boarded up window.
It's always say.
Oh,
No, we're good. So most of those are interior, but we go to the back, there's some exterior modifications. One, I believe it's the east corner kind of is where they're adding them.
The brick building.
Is it the gray building or the brick building where Natrium was?
It is nature.
Yes.
Building nature.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Agree,
I can't, I see there.
okay.
That's all right.
There you go.
There we go.
At 47 Hot, same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't want to see the window.
What was going there again? There's the healthy food place, right?
In that building right now, it's the
Oh,
baking soda plant.
yeah, yeah.
And Candy Plumbing's putting offices upstairs, that's what's going on.
That's what I guess.
I'm assuming they're the contractor.
They're a GC, David Farm.
So they're adding windows for the business?
So where are they?
Those,
Looks like they're adding windows for,
are they going in the existing openings? Cause
yes,
there's like
they're going into this
a
thing.
bunch of windows that are
Pendleton?
boarded up,
I
so.
would imagine on this end, yeah.
Yeah, so a window will look better than plywood over an opening.
Heard idea.
I would,
If that's
yeah, certainly
It's
it's gonna look better if it's
Neighbor
new.
mall.
Yeah. Um.
So I do. These. Second points, these windows right here,
Yep.
Atrium moves in both,
that's why I had it circled.
right?
Hmm?
Let's see, atrium on the boat.
Yes.
And that's
they're
facing
connected.
Yeah,
east court.
Or if it's their warehouse,
Depending.
gray part.
yeah.
Based on what I'm seeing here, faces mountain.
I think that they're warehousing in here and
Nice.
they're
That looks-
manufacturing back here.
Okay, so on the other side, must be the windows already there. Doesn't.
We're not working. The work area is the part in the red.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, well, that's a good question because it shows 4 windows and there's already that one there existing.
Yeah.
So it means 3.
So it must be resetting somehow
Yeah.
upstairs. Can't imagine they're adding them down lower.
No,
No, it looks like upper,
yeah,
Says second floor.
Yeah, okay.
yeah,
oh, I bet you, what if it's just
you
these
look at
3?
the drawings.
It says 4 of them. There are 4 in the drawings, but there's only 3 that are reported up. So putting in the new one.
Well, let's take a look at that. I see 4
I
before.
don't think you're on the wrong end of it, because here is the,
There's 3
Yeah.
for the front. Looks like
Yeah, that's where it
back,
appears
on the
on.
rear of the building.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering if it was that elevation, really, those were my questions, that weird gray elevation.
Yeah,
That's part of the storage.
oh, yeah. So,
Oh, it's the back, yeah.
oh, that is the back.
It's these
So
ones
above
here.
that, above those 2 windows right there must be them there and there.
That's
Yeah, it looks like they want to put 4 across there according to the. Right, according to the plan.
Wait, no, there's three, then that's just the floor plan.
This on this side,
Yeah.
only the other side.
Otherwise, you always see.
These four in the
I
back.
don't really have an opposition to it, I don't really care which.
So those are the three
Well,
you
the
see back
picture-
there, so they probably wanna,
Again, right?
so they probably wanna open these up and put regular windows in there.
Yeah. So again, it's on
And
three.
then on the other side. On the other
Yeah,
side,
we
we're
are
looking
in the
at
right spot.
just these four here
Uh-huh.
and just slits. Type some-
So I guess they must be just going into the existing openings.
Uh-huh.
But they're making some changes to the interior wall too.
Yeah, yes, you see that.
I think windows would be great in it.
Yeah. But I don't really care which.
Yeah.
No, I think it's gonna look better.
Yeah.
It's gonna look better no matter what. Which window. They want to do it, have that.
Yeah.
All right, well, is there a motion?
Yeah. So a motion to approve it as submitted.
All right, motion from Jim, second,
I'll second it.
second from Brendan. Any further discussion?
I think you noticed there was the north, south, east, west.
That one's already.
All right, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Motion passes, the ayes have it. Beautiful, and next up,
South End.
3 South Ave, agenda item number 5, site plan review and floodplain development permit.
Hey, how are you?
Hi.
Hi, Craig Brooks, Coffee Mania. Michelle, also Coffee Mania.
For this part of the my better half.
Yeah. Yeah,
Boy, I own stock in coffee.
yeah,
Never,
Yeah.
if there was such a thing.
we're gonna name the new building after you.
All right, tell us about your project, please.
Okay, our project is we want to add a 4,800 square foot storage building on our lot on South Ave. Being constructed by Complete Construction Concepts. We have Brett here from that company in case there's specific questions about that. We just need more space for what we're doing. We're growing a business and we're excited about doing that, using that lot. It's currently being used as kind of a community garden. We're not displacing the community garden. They're just moving a little bit.
That's not the building that was the old track bar, right? That's the one further.
So
Right.
that's,
To
Next
Main
door.
Street.
yeah, correct. It's not the
Old third rail.
former.
Train.
Third rail, third rail.
Yeah, yeah. That's before my time,
Yeah.
or before this time I
Just
lived
before
here.
our time,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm sorry I missed all that.
Before my.
Don't be.
We've heard some pretty great stories. So the community garden's not moving, or they're moving.
They're
but just-
adjusting.
They're adjusting.
Yes, we're not booting them out.
They still access mostly from Pierce Street and they're actually, one of their. Something that's important to them is accessibility
Mhm.
for all community members. So there's a asphalt pad on that Pierce Street side. So they're fine with most of their activity closer to
Mhm.
there.
See.
There.
Is there any electronic?
Right
Oh,
here.
there's no electronic
No.
connection. to this.
No,
Is your storage facility gonna be tempered, like gonna have controls in it?
Yeah, it's gonna be tempered with heat.
Yeah.
And a fan.
It's clean,
So,
so,
yeah, the stuff that's going in there is just basically coffee syrup like this. So it just
warehouse space.
yeah, it just can't freeze. There's not currently any plans of having, people working in there other than putting product in and removing product there.
And this will just be your normal vans coming in and out, or you doing
Yes.
larger trucks?
Yeah, so we take deliveries from semi trucks down there already. We probably got, 2 or 3 a week, just depending. This is probably gonna make it easier and quicker to get freight in and out of there.
Can't tell you, is there any paving involved?
Not currently any paving, no. So it's. the parking lot that we have, which is on the Pierce Street side of the building, has like pavers. Already,
Cobblestone.
cobblestone pavers.
Stone this.
At this point, we're just gonna gravel between there
Okay.
and the new building. We're gonna kind of see how things go as far as the pavement goes. It's, doesn't get a ton of traffic.
But those cobblestones are historic
Yeah, they're
and
really,
they are, I mean,
really
they're
valuable.
in the ground. They're pretty incredible.
Yeah.
We know what we have there. We're not here to take all that out.
Those gotta be impervious surface.
Perfect
And
surface.
impervious,
Eventually, we understand you can't do it right away, but.
Yeah. yeah,
That's, cobblestones are impervious,
Yeah,
but the new one has to be paved at time to do actually.
okay,
They usually give you time to do
okay, good. Yeah, I'm fine with paving it eventually, the area between the cobblestones and the new building, but. Very. Budgetary concerns between now and then.
Cool.
Nothing, no, any lighting, is there going to be any additional lighting for this?
no, I like to work in the dark.
Outdoor- outdoor lighting.
Yeah, so there is, I
You
think.
can light it, you can have the sun going inside.
I'm sorry, I'm being wise.
I think the building plan, the elevation calls for sconce lighting above the roll-up door and the walk-in door.
Correct.
Other than that, no,
Cause it looks like there's only the overhead and the walkthrough,
correct.
and that's it for,
That's it.
no windows, no other doors.
If this hearing were about windows, my wife could be here because she wants windows in there, but I just think for the sake of, security
Yeah.
and budget.
Security, it's great. Aesthetic, it's not my favorite thing.
There'll obviously be a ton of interior lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you want us to put some windows in it.
That's all separate here.
Be making an event space. You're not gonna do that, Amy.
Got too old for that.
All right.
Oh, my.
Right.
What was that building before?
The one that we're currently in. So it was Portland's original freight depot. It was built in 1905 at the same time as the Portland Third Rail Building, by the same architect, 1911. So it was, freight would come in on the railway line behind us
Yeah.
and go through the building. Before we bought it, I think we bought it in 2007 or 8. It was like it had been a machine shop. It had been a aluminum can redemption center. It's primarily railroad. That building's built like a fortress, it's got poured concrete walls. But the railroad had a unlimited budget for such things.
Vibrating.
No,
And then the yard was the former Lehigh Valley, basically fix-it yard. That's
Yeah.
where they would bring the trains to fix them.
yeah, there are a bunch of sightings that at
Yeah.
one time,
Right, cool.
some time ago.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. You have one there, Chris?
This is the short seeker.
Yeah, we'd have to do the secret form.
Well, the applicants filled it out. I'm not sure that we have to, do we need to read out the seeker? That's only what we're answering.
Sorry,
This has been answered.
it's a short form seeker.
Yeah, I think we don't have to do it.
They've already done it?
They filled out the form, because you have to do the secret form, but it's not,
I
you
didn't,
ever gotta do 3.
Yeah.
It's not,
okay.
it's not a one or not a one or undetermined.
Right. And in the event that the underground creek rises 200 feet, can you tell us about your flood plan?
We're gonna leave.
We're gonna start filtering the water.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I haven't ever seen any evidence of flooding on South Ave. I know that the FEMA map was rewritten a few years ago to include more properties down there. The only time our buildings ever flooded is when the fire department inadvertently were cleaning hydrants and sent it in our basement, but they're very kind and pumped it right out, so. It stays dry on South Ave.
Right.
At least as far as flooding goes.
So
But
the guidance of FEMA are very vague when it comes to problems like this, where a portion of it's in the flood zone.
Yeah.
So the construction actually isn't in the flood zone.
Is not,
It's not.
Right.
The parcel is.
right,
Yeah.
So they're very vague. They basically say err to caution.
yeah,
So we've erred to caution. And it's basically left to me, the administrator at that point. So I looked at the base flood elevation and it was negative 200 something.
yeah,
And the fact that they've all, but even with that, they were still close enough to that line where I determined they still should raise it up a foot or so. Or put in the vents. The flood vents.
Right.
Well, they're gonna store foodstuffs in there, so the vents are out because despite that, the rodents can get in.
yeah, exactly.
Plus, there's no basement, it's pole construction, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Right.
So they moved it. I made a determination, given the base flood elevation, the fact that they moved it back at 4 or 5 feet off that line where it was, they're fine.
okay, that's good for me.
I mean, if we can subdivide also that property so that that makes it clear. But
I think we can do that. Depending, I see how everybody's going here, but I'm okay with it.
all right,
You don't have to take that extra step.
cool. Thank you.
Any further questions? All right, I plan a motion to approve the site plan review and floodplain development permit. I make that motion.
Second,
Mike, motion and Amy with the second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And any opposed? Motion passes and the ayes have it. Thank you.
So.
Well,
you so
thank you guys very much.
It's also,
Appreciate it. Right.
it's all go.
Happy New Year.
Any of the
Thank you.
celebrate.
Yeah, you-
Congrats on your new position. That's
Thanks.
nice.
All right,
Guys.
thank you so much.
A lot. Okay. The next item on the agenda is the minutes. I took a quick run through these and they looked okay. Did anyone else notice it?
Just the 64-foot length sign that I think was Carter put in, I think it was a square foot, that's all.
Good catch there.
Oh, it's 64 foot, is that a square foot?
Yeah.
Yeah, that could.
What
be.
I-
You just put a foot and that 64 foot will be obnoxiously long to be.
Yeah. Most of them.
Very thin.
64 square feet, I think is all just put, that's that be.
Oh, that means square feet.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that level of detail.
be as long as a tractor trailer
Yeah.
Yeah,
or longer.
for a train, put it next to the cold room.
We gotta let people still.
So can I have a motion to approve the minutes with the
With the change.
change that Mike suggested? I will. Go ahead.
I wasn't here, so I can't say anything.
I'll second that.
All right, explain you three. Mike made the motion and Jim is seconded.
Yeah.
So all those in favor?
Aye.
Yep, all those opposed? All right. Minutes are approved. Next item on the agenda is schedule, and also we need to do elections, so.
Yeah, so, I don't have a printout, but, if you'd like to keep the same day, date, time, then the only adjustment to the calendar would need to be Labor Day, falls on your first
First Monday.
Monday of September. So we can move that meeting 1 week later on a Monday, or we could also, well, I mean, we could also move it to Tuesday
Yeah,
instead of Monday. And
Tuesday the sixth.
could make it Tuesday, the 8th.
September.
of September.
I'm in
Or-
October.
or-
Actually, Memorial Day is on the 25th of May, and so June 1st is not a holiday weekend.
I think he's talking about Labor Day too.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I
that
haven't got
Tuesday,
far.
that Tuesday will be a problem for both myself and Joe McMahon because
Okay.
the school board meets on that day.
And we can always adjust later, but at least for the initial publication,
Is there a problem putting it to the 14th? Will that screw up
not from
zoning or?
No,
Okay, why don't we? We'll do that.
okay,
That works for
For
me.
that one
2
meeting,
weeks later.
yeah, in September, yeah.
unless anybody wants to make any
Yeah.
other adjustments.
It's one half dozen another right now.
Usually the
exactly.
months, July is,
That's a good thing.
probably, July, probably, first Monday. I didn't look yet.
It's July 6th this year.
Okay, that works.
The meeting time, you want to keep it
Yeah.
5:15, you want to adjust that?
Prefer earlier, but.
I know all you
It's a
folks
new
that work
ordinance.
out of town. I only work across the street, so.
I can see why you'd be pushing for earlier.
Yeah. That's right, I'll find something to do for an hour.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think,
any earlier.
sounds like 5:15.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Probably the earliest I could do.
Same here.
Ditto.
right, I will publish it accordingly.
Thank you, sir.
All right, sounds good.
And then you need to do an election.
Do we want to wait for
Joe,
Joe to vote him into being the chair?
anybody else want to run against?
I think everybody should be here, but if we can.
I think everyone
I
should.
think we can put it
Yeah, I'm
on.
good with that, unless we wanted to, give it to somebody that didn't want it.
Early would love.
One of my other boards, you do that, you vote on the person that's not here.
Yeah.
That's usually the most work to do, right?
Well,
You're not-
Encourages attendance, right?
Yeah. Especially around.
Okay, so
We're gonna punt.
The next
election.
Okay.
Yeah, all right, motion to adjourn?
Yes.
Brendan's motion to adjourn and,
Those numbers-
I don't think we technically.
Hold on, don't have.
According to Robert's rules.
Yes, he don't, and, you know, wholehearted, that's one of his pet peeves is that, once you finish the